you're just like, yo, strippers. Like, I'm throwing out money, dude. Throwing out the bands, you know what I'm saying? Like, woo! Yeah! Shake them titties, girl! Like, please don't take that out of context. Holy shit.
It goes from, like, Powerpuff Girls to, like, literally giant anime tits in your face.
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai, and joining me tonight, we have our czar of source material, John.
Sorry, I was eating.
Only the important stuff.
Listen, I have no time. I gotta cram stuff into my mouth. Wait, pause.
Wait a minute. Be very, very careful.
Think about that for a second.
Be very, very careful with how you word what you're about to say. You will find yourself in a fanfic you will not like.
Anyway, moving on. We're just gonna...
Yes. Moving on. We also have our poser extraordinaire, Natai.
I thought I had something ready, but then, John, I just need to know what were you cramming into your mouth? For clarity's sake.
Stroganoff, and I'm eating it with rice because I didn't.
Spotted
Because
dick.
I was like, I've got
That's what
10
he's got
minutes.
in
Can
his
I make
mouth.
noodles for the beef stroganoff? Fuck no. Just eat it with rice. It's fine.
What's like the worst meal you made for yourself in like a hurry because you knew you had to eat something before you...
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah,
What's a Pop-Tart?
dude, it's fucking cancer in a bag, but it's it's life.
Especially if you put it in a toaster, then put some butter on top of it when it gets out.
What the fuck are you saying to me right now? Ew, dude. What the
Yes.
No.
You get the strawberry one, right?
Oh,
and you put it in the
fuck
toaster.
No. Oh, hell
And you
no.
just put a little bit of butter on it. Just
fucking
not a
quit.
lot, just a little
I
bit
quit,
of butter.
Dude.
So
This
it
is the
melts.
last straw, man. You have the shittest take in anime. That's okay. You put butter in your fucking strawberry Pop-Tarts? Disgusting, dude. What the fuck?
I have so many questions.
It's good. It's good.
No.
Anyway, so the three of us have gotten together tonight because we're all hyped up. I'm hyped up for Chainsaw Man coming later this year. But we wanted to talk about some like super hype moments in anime and or manga that we have watched and or read over the years. And you know what? There's been some really good, cool stuff out there. And this is by no means an exhaustive list that we are going to be talking about tonight. So this may be something that we cycle back to eventually for a part 2 of this. But the first thing I want to talk about is probably something that a lot of people out there have seen. And it's from Naruto. It's from one of the original big three. John, do you remember in the tuning exam arc when Rock Lee just dropped the fucking weights around his legs and some shit?
Alright, so I know you hate Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball did it first, alright? Just saying.
Okay,
Just
they might have done it first. But this is still cool.
I mean, it's still fucking cool because it's like, you know that meme that was super popular a couple years back where it's like Shaggy was like, oh, Ultra Instinct Shaggy, where it's like, oh, you
Super Saiyan Shaggy.
You made me only use 10% of my power, or you're making me use more than 10% of my power, or whatever. Like that type of moment, right, where it's like, oh shit, dude, he wasn't fucking serious. Like, I'm trying to remember.
Now he's serious, though.
I think it's Piccolo in Dragon Ball that does that, where he drops his weights or something. Or is it Goku's clothes? I don't fucking remember. But,
I don't
yeah,
remember
when
that
fucking
part.
Rock Lee drops his weights during the tuning exam, like, you're just like, yo, because they fucking, it's like, he's on top of the rock, right? And then he drops the weights, and it's just like a giant fucking pillar. Boom! And you're just like, yo!
Yeah, it does that sound when it hits the ground. And when it hits the ground, the weights make that like ping sound, and then you see like this giant hole in the floor now.
Yeah, and then he was like, he had to get Guy Sensei's like permission first, right? Before he drops the weights, and it's just like, yo! And who was he fighting? He was fighting Gaara, right?
It was Sand Guy.
Sand Guy, yeah.
He was fighting Gaara.
Dude, that Gaara fight was just hype in general. Like, out of all the fights in the tuning exam, I would say that was the most hype. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess later on you could say the Neji Naruto fight was good.
It
but,
was
like,
good, but like I don't think it was as memorable as the Rock Lee fight.
It's just
to be
super
honest.
satisfying to see like this like a character just like let loose, you know, and like you feel like you've seen like the extent of their capabilities, but then they're like just like, all right, just let loose.
Well, especially since like Rock Lee's character, he doesn't have he doesn't use other shit. He just uses taijutsu. He just does hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
So it's like
he can't use the other stuff. So
yeah, and that's what it makes it so hype, right?
the thing about the Neji Naruto arc is it's made more hype after what you know happens later.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, again, obviously Naruto's the main character in the anime Naruto. Who would have thought?
What?
Yeah, I'm crazy, right?
And
Just like, you know, fucking Clorox Bleach is the main character of Bleach. Who would have thought?
I don't know. I feel like Neji versus Hinata was more of a hype fight compared to Neji Naruto. But given context of later stuff, like they're all hype fights. Not gonna lie. I mean, because all right. So I said this before we started recording, but this is 100% just gonna be purely like shonen seinen, just hype train. Because like
It's just a gush train, yeah, all around.
yeah, because
Mostly. There's some stuff on here that isn't, though.
mostly yeah. I don't remember what I was watching where I was just getting super fucking hype. And I was like, yo, I need a riff about some hype fucking shit that happens in anime. Because I just
so
can't.
much fun.
Because it's like this is what shonen and seinen are like. Really shonen, not really seinen, is about. Where like a culmination of fights and then it climaxes, right? Like fucking again the Chunin exam. We've been waiting for this. We spent 19 episodes building up to this for a fucking reason, and it's fucking wonderful.
Well, that's
It's like
literally
like
what
a good
tournament
payoff
arcs...
is just so satisfying. You know?
yeah,
That's literally what tournament arcs and shonen are supposed to be for. It's literally just fight after fight of like
fucking
just hype.
And you
That's
know
it.
what? We have a list of like we listed out like some hype moments, but 100% this just unlocked some memories. Have you guys seen? Wait, Natai, you just rewatched it, right? Yu Yu Hakusho.
I haven't finished it, but I rewatched like some of it.
All right, so
Yeah, Dark Tournament was amazing.
Dark Tournament, right? When they do the fucking sudden deaths thing.
Yeah,
Fucking hype,
it's
bro.
so fucking good.
Like the most hype thing, I didn't even. This is not even written down. I just it just unlocked in my memory since we're talking about
The
tournament.
moment he
arcs.
said tournament, I'm like, oh shit, Dark Tournament, right? That was
Right.
really good.
And it was so good. And I my favorite fucking fight scene though was Kurama, dude. I fucking love Kurama.
Kurama
Like-
is the best.
My thorny fox boy. Like, yeesh. I guess it did appear pretty early in my life. I didn't notice. Anyway,
Shoutouts to Yu Yu Hakusho dub. I loved Kurama in the dub. All of them in the dub were great, by the way. Honestly.
God, it's been so many years since I've watched Yu Yu. I should really.
You
rewatch
should,
it.
dude. It's so good.
I hope if I do rewatch it, I get the same thrill that I got when I was so young and watched it. Back then, because like
the most memorable thing to me was that in the scene where they're at the shrine and stuff, you see freaking Ryu from Street Fighter, and I believe you also see
Really?
Zangief. I believe you see Ryu, Zangief, and maybe E Honda. You see Street Fighter characters make cameos.
I
in it.
don't remember that.
So in the scene where they're panning across like all the people who show up to the temple at the beginning, right?
Okay.
For whatever that shaman lady was gonna do, there's Street Fighter characters in that thing. I don't know.
in the background.
Yeah. So I noticed it right away because I was like, "Yo, is that Ryu from fucking Street Fighter?"
Well, it's like if you do a freeze frame and I forget exactly which episode of Kill la Kill it's in, but there's Vincent and God, what's the other character's name? Jules from a Pulp Fiction.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I forget which episode it's in, but yeah, if you
I mean,
they're
Imaishi
on
is such a
screen for
Westerbo,
split-
so it makes
Yeah, I
sense.
know.
they're on screen for a split second, so you have to be like right on it. But yeah, they are in it.
Shoutouts to
so-
announcer girl from Dark Tournament. I like
Yeah.
her.
Shout out to Yu Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho.
that's what tournament arcs are for, right, John? Like they're literally just made for building hype.
I don't know because there's some tournament arcs where like Dragon Ball, for example, the first Dragon Ball, right? Not Dragon
Yeah,
Ball Z,
not
but
Z.
Dragon Ball. It ends in a tournament arc with like Master Roshi and stuff like that, and like King Piccolo, and I feel like that tournament arc was good, but it wasn't super hype. I don't know, maybe because Dragon Ball, because like in the later in Dragon Ball Z, it was a lot more hype. Maybe because they're adults or something, but like when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time, or like in Dragon Ball when he goes Kaioken, right? He learns from King Yama. Was that?
I think it was.
I don't remember the
I
fucking.
haven't seen that one. I only like saw clips of it.
Okay, so the guy that teaches Goku how to do the Kaioken, like when he appears on Earth and he does Kaioken and has that red aura, you're like, yo, you know, that was more hype to me than the tournament arc in Dragon Ball. So I wouldn't say every tournament arc is good. However,
the thing with tournament arcs is
let me
after you
finish.
watch a Dark Tournament,
no,
it just ruins like every tournament. Oh, I'm sorry.
However, the Cell arc, the Cell tournament arc is pretty fucking hype. Not gonna lie.
Cell is the best DBZ villain, I think.
I mean,
that helps a lot.
It's super funny that you say that because have you guys ever played Chrono Trigger?
I haven't. That was the same.
Okay.
It's the same art style, like the same. I think.
No.
What's his name?
Oh my god. I also
Toriyama.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
So Akira Toriyama was the art director on Chrono Trigger, so they look exactly like Dragon Ball Z characters, you know, because Akira Toriyama is the character designer. But Cell is in that game. There's literally a villain.
Like
in
actual
there.
Cell.
It does the same thing as Cell. So this predates Cell from Dragon Ball Z. So I'm just saying, if anyone plays Chrono Trigger, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't played Chrono Trigger, please go play it. It's a wonderful game. Don't ever play Chrono.
It's on Steam.
Don't play Chrono Cross. That's Chrono Cross is bad. Don't play that. But Chrono Trigger is a great game. I'm definitely not biased.
Definitely.
Well, since I mentioned Kill la Kill and it's on your list,
okay,
John.
Don't lose your way, dude. All right, so I've expressed that I have a love-hate relationship with Trigger, but let me tell you about Trigger knows how to do hype. Not gonna fucking lie. Their music.
I want to point out though to people who are just listening to this, like you put 3 things on your list that were made by pretty much the same animation team.
Because this is their only good. Because Trigger knows how to do hype, right? So out of all my Trigger IPs that I fucking love, technically one of them's not a Trigger IP. It was Studio Genion, right? But
no, Gainax.
Gainax, my bad. Genion is Ava.
Evangelion.
I don't remember
was Gainax
which
as well.
which is Genion.
Yeah, that was Gainax too.
Yeah, who's Studio anyway? Doesn't matter. Point is, I have a love-hate.
Who's this random studio you have pulled out your ass?
I have a love-hate relationship with Trigger. However, I will admit that Trigger knows how to fucking make hype moments. Because holy shit, when you watch Kill la Kill, at first when you see screencasts of Kill la Kill, you're like, is this just another titty anime, like fighting anime, right? Is this another fucking Ikitosen or something? Like,
yes, it is.
I don't really give a fuck, right? So I didn't know anything about Kill la Kill going into it when I first watched Kill la Kill. Like, this is before I even knew what anime studios were. This is when I was just consuming media, just consume. So I had no expectations going in, other than I just was like, hey, what's this new anime called Kill la Kill? And I was hooked by the first fucking episode because I was like, yo, this is fucking hype. Like, it's breakneck speed action. This entire anime is hype. But when they use the music for Ryuko, the main character girl, for, I don't know where it just goes, don't lose your way, Ima, you're like, yes, let's fucking go, Ryuko. It's
that
fucking
first
great,
episode
dude.
hits you like a truck. It's incredible.
It's
It does.
so fucking good.
It really does.
Like,
and I will never finish that anime.
what? Why not?
No, it's just like I watched that first episode a few years ago.
Dude, how can you be a Trigger fanboy but not watch Kill la Kill?
Hold up. I watched the first episode. I'm like, this is amazing. This is a 10 out of 10 show. I need to watch it when like in a proper mood for it, because like back then I was like I wasn't really paying attention. So
you don't have to pay attention. No, 100%. It's just Kill la Kill is super enjoyable if you don't pay attention to it, because it doesn't take itself seriously. It literally.
But I felt like I wasn't giving it the proper attention, you know?
I get what you mean. When you're not into an anime and you watch an anime, it might turn out to be mid, because you're just like, I'm not into anime right now.
And I could tell I would love this show, but I just had to like I couldn't watch it at the time for like I don't even know what reason.
I will say this: Kill la Kill might be a candidate for a Discord server watch party at some point.
Oh.
Sure,
it's really good. But John, you have other stuff here that was made by the same anime team.
Can we talk about Gurren Lagann?
Okay, all right. So Gurren Lagann, as I've said many times, I had to watch 3 times to really appreciate, because the first time I watched it, I hated it. because I was like, I can't believe they did episode 7, bro. Broke me. I hated it. So, and then the second time I rewatched it, I watched all of it and I hated the ending because I was like, I can't believe they do that. And then I watched it for a third time and I was like, I understand why they did the ending. It actually makes great fucking sense for from a writing perspective, and like that's what solidified it as like one of the most hype anime in the world, because
that entire show is hype,
dude. Trigger, or I guess Gainax at this point, but the people who made Trigger,
Hiroyuki Imaishi. Let's be honest.
Hiroyuki Imaishi was the one who made Gurren Lagann what it is today, right? And let me tell you,
Gurren Lagann, Panty and Stocking, and Kill la Kill.
Yeah, on my list. Listen. It's so hype. Imaishi knows how to hype me the fuck up, bro. I don't know what it is about his directing style. It's just like he hypes me the fuck up.
It's such a raw sort of hype, you know.
And
like there are so many moments in Gurren Lagann where it's
the
like
fucking
just
music
like
design too.
Yeah,
the shows, dude.
Yeah,
like these 3 shows are my favorite Trigger shows for a fucking reason, because the music design, the sound design, and overall just the design and the art direction, everything about it is fucking perfect and hype. It makes for a very great viewing time entertainment shit, right? But specifically in Gurren Lagann, when Simon the Digger does Giga Drill Break for the first time.
Yes.
You get so fucking hyped because can we spoil? All right, so we're gonna spoil stuff, right? Like, we can't really...
listen, you're the audio editor. How do you want to handle this?
Listen, if you haven't seen Gurren Lagann at this point, this is just... Everything we're going to talk about is kind of be spoilers, because, like, you know, we're talking about things that happen in climaxes and stuff, right? It's kind of creep into spoiler territory. I'll try my best not to spoil this scene, but basically Simon is... he's seen as, like, a secondary character at the very beginning, but this is the scene that makes him the main character, where he's just like, I'm my own man, and I believe in me. And I'm just like, yes! Tears in my eyes, dude, because of what happened in episode 7. I'm just like, Simon the Driller, Giga Drill Break! I got so fucking hyped for this, dude. Because, again, my first watch through, I was like, I still wasn't over what they did in episode 7. My second watch through, I was like, this is pretty fucking hype. My third watch through, I could appreciate it more, because I'm like, I understand where the story went, and I understand, like, why they put this scene in here and why they hyped it the fuck up. Like, fucking row, fight the power, bro. row, fight the power.
Like, that whole show is so well put together to the point where you get to, like, the end of the show, and, like, I personally, that's the first time I ever got hyped over a character's height compared to another character, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, you know what it... Like, that moment when you see Simone with, like, this other person, it's like, you see how, like... You look at them together and you're like, oh, yes!
Dude,
the reveal,
you talk about fucking comparing heights and shit. Like, at the very end of this show, they're throwing fucking galaxies at each other.
That's not even...
that's right before that. It's incredible.
The absolute fucking scale of the last battle, dude. Oh man, it's so fucking good.
Yeah,
they go from throwing hands to throwing galaxies. Like, Jesus Christ, in the span of like 5 years.
I remember so not too long ago I watched the first episode. I rewatched it with a friend of mine again, and I forgot even that first episode how hype it can get. Like, the first time both like Kamina and Simone just like unleash their attack together, and it's like, yeah, let's go. It's so raw, you know?
Dude.
It's great.
And obviously, like, Kamina's scene, you don't need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in me that believes in you. And I'm like, get hype, Simon. Get fucking hype. Your brother just told you to fucking believe in yourself because you believe in me that believes in you.
I feel like at the time that I watched it, I can't remember exactly what year it was that Gurren Lagann came out, but I was in high school when it came out. High school me needed to hear that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It hits fucking deep.
It hits you hard that moment.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's like...
Oh yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, Natai.
No,
it's just more.
It's just such a simple but powerful feeling, like to have a quote unquote hype man, right? Like, to have someone that like, sort of like gives you that pep talk. It's like, no, bro, you're fucking awesome. Go fucking do that thing you want to do. It's so.
Dude, it's a huge confidence boost, especially when it's like, again, and that's why the scene culminates into what it is, because he becomes his own man. Instead of Simon the boy, he's Simon the man.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's a transition from boyhood to manhood, and it's done like visually so fucking well. And that's what Hiroyuki Imaishi does. Like, yeah, it may be ridiculous and ludicrous the way it's being presented, but it's actually like really like kind of down to earth when you think about it a little bit. But he does this. He does this other stuff too, like in Premiere, which is another thing that he directed.
Oh boy,
like,
I should really watch Premiere. Everyone keeps talking about it.
I should really watch Premiere as well.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Alex, when I come to the
No,
States, are we watching Premiere together?
I mean, maybe, who knows? But like, it's that whole like fake out thing when it's like, okay, it's not gonna be a mech show, it's not gonna be a mech movie. Like, oh no, at the end, it's a fucking mech movie.
Imaishi, it's always a fucking mech show. Bullshit, dude. Like, everything's a Gundam to him.
And of course, it ends in space, like everything he works on. But also, like, something as simple as like fucking stripping and panty and stocking.
Listen, all right, so panty and stocking it's super cartoony of an anime style, right? It looks like a fucking Cartoon Network show when you first watch it.
It does.
But then, like, within the first, I think it's like the first 11 minutes. God, don't ask me why I know that. Not even. I feel like it might be soon. I don't know. The first.
When can I fap? 11 minutes in.
So, Panty and Stocking looks like it was a hand-drawn cartoon made on Cartoon Network. But then they get to the fucking Panty and Stocking transformation scene where the two main characters, they transform into their, like, angel form. And the fucking budget just gets slapped into your face. Like, here's our fucking budget, bitch. Where it's like, it's full anime. It's like a stripper scene. They've got Teddy Lloyd on the OST, flying away now, flying away. And you're just like, yo, strippers. Like, I'm throwing out money, dude. Throwing out the bands, you know what I'm saying? Like, woo! Yeah! Shake them titties, girl! Like, please don't take that out of context. Holy shit.
It goes from like Powerpuff Girls to like literally giant anime tits in your face.
Yes. I should
watch Penny and Stocking, apparently.
I fucking love Stocking so much.
Oh my god, Natai,
Listen.
what the fuck? The Trigger fanboy over here hasn't seen anything even loosely made
I know.
by Trigger.
What the fuck,
Technically,
dude?
that's Gainax, so I don't know
Oh
what you're
my
talking about.
god. Okay.
No, listen, almost everyone that worked on Penny and Stocking went to Trigger.
I know.
So that first transformation scene where it's like it's full fucking just like 2D anime, and they're on stripper poles, and they're just like fucking just fucking twirling around on the damn stripper pole, right? And then you've got like the zoom in shots, and then the fucking club music going on. It's so fucking hype, dude. Like, I remember when I first saw that, I was hooked. I was like, God fucking damn it. Like, it wasn't even super horny. It was just like, this is just so fucking hype to me. I don't know why little Babby me was just like, maybe because it was strippers, right? Oh, look, these titties in my face. I'm into strippers. Like, let's go. Fucking 100% hetero.
I mean,
let's fucking go.
The titties are nice, I'll be honest with you. But I think for me, the thing that makes that so hype is just the shocking transformation and animation quality.
No, because again, the style is Powerpuff Girls. And then it transforms into like just fucking super well-drawn, hand-drawn animation of fucking angel strippers. What can I say? And ever since like that transformation, and I was just like, God, that transformation scene only lasts like fucking 30 seconds or 15 seconds. But it was such a big impact on me that I still talk about it to this day. And I fucking love that scene.
Would you say that's your favorite transformation sequence in anime?
Ooh, that's pretty tough.
That's
I'd have, because there's a bunch of henshin transform, and then there's a bunch of them that I like. But I would say this, because this one wasn't a super hype transformation, because all they do is like they tap the halo on their head and they just wave down, right? And then they start stripping. Because that's how they get their. Because that's how they get their weapons out. Panty.
And of course it always ends the same way. Repent, motherfucker.
Yeah, and oh god, I fucking love the Panty and Stocking dub so much.
Oh, the English dub it's one of those anime that I only watch in English dub.
Well, you can watch it in Japanese. Japanese is really good too, but the English dub, they had a lot of fun with it, I can tell, and it's just an overall great time. Like, they don't translate everything one for one, which is how translations work. Duh. Because some things don't track from Japanese to English, so you have to make some localization changes, which is fine. All right, calm down, put down your damn fucking pitchforks, guys. Dubs are okay. I used to be a purist. I have now converted. I haven't really converted. I'm still more of a Japanese dub guy than English.
Why
dub,
not be Switzerland?
What?
Yeah, why not be
Claim to be
Switzerland
neutral,
indeed?
but actually not? Like what? Listen, don't get me
Claim
into
to be neutral, but ship people weapons anyway.
yeah, like claim to be neutral, but let's
Yes.
just sell everyone guns. Anyway, yeah, there's so many trigger shows that are fucking Imaishi, man, dude. What goes through your mind to make everything so fucking hype, man? Like
Maybe I don't know what does that man smoke, but holy shit, like
I feel like Imaishi is like the 14-year-old in like a middle-aged man's body. It's like his mentally he just wants to see really crazy like hype stuff, and he makes it.
I mean, it fucking works, dude. It really fucking works. So I can't, I don't fault him at all. I wish everything that he works on is like this because it's always good. So.
Well, there is a new Trigger anime coming out later this year.
I'm honestly pumped. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
So Natai, what do you want to talk about?
Oh
I know
god,
you got
there's
some
so
stuff
many.
listed here.
So you know what? I'm gonna talk about what I think that's like the first hype moment I had the pleasure of watching like as an adult in anime. I remember so every now and then we talk about Death Note. That's the show that got me back into anime. And there's this one scene
That has some a few hype moments in it.
There's so many hype moments in Death Note.
And I eat a
great thing
potato
about-
chip.
Yeah,
Gonna take a chip and eat it.
and eat it.
Dude.
That dub is fantastic. I love the Death Note dub. It's
the fucking
great.
Death Note dub. I
But, like,
love. All right, I love the Death Note OP. The Nightmare does it.
Both of them are great.
The
What's
oh,
up,
God.
people?
Nightmare is the band that does it.
Oh,
They were a big
That's
like
the name of the song.
J-rock band. J-rock? Are they J-rock?
Yeah, they're J-Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, J Metal, J Rock.
No, no.
well,
it's
I don't remember
rock,
if they
it's not
were a
metal.
visual K band. That's why. Because they were super into like fucking. They look like scene kids in my opinion, but let's not go there. Listen, Japanese
Bad memories.
Well, Japanese rock back in the like early 2000s, mid 2000s, like early 2000s. Yeah, no, early 2000s, right? It was always they had like the same type of hair. It was scene as fuck, man. They had scene haircuts, all right? Like that's just how all Japanese rock bands dressed. However, I don't remember the title of the Nightmare song. I think it's like World or something.
The World.
The World? Is it The World?
Yeah.
The World.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Zawado.
the fucking OP.
Yeah, Dio
I
singing
love-
the rock songs since the 2000s.
that always hyped me up to watch Death Note. Not gonna lie.
That OP is fantastic. Both of the Death Note OPs are awesome. I love both of them for
Yeah,
different
but
reasons.
I would definitely say this is more like because it's a thriller more so than anything, right? Because it's like we know who
Yeah.
Kira is, and then we're like,
It's a mystery thriller.
Which is
And
why when
mystery
we
is-
we talked about hype, so I think that's the cool thing about it. Like we can talk about like not necessarily things that concern with like fights and stuff like that, because they're all like some of the hypest shit in Death Note are like when you look at it like objectively, it's like oh, it's just a dude who got a book in his hand. Okay,
But they are still fights in a way. They're fights like on an intellectual level.
intellectual.
not
Yeah,
on a
it's like
physical level,
it's like a psychological battle between
which I
these
would
two
argue
people.
is far more fun to watch.
Yeah, but
I mean,
think,
because in
the
general,
one
it's
moment-
like it doesn't have to be physical fights because it's about the story arcs, right?
yeah.
And the climax of said story arc. Climaxes of said story arcs. It could be any type of story arc, as long as this is the climax. It could have a hype moment, right? Or even leading up to the climax could be hype. So it really
As I said,
is
it's
like
the payoff.
yeah.
When you get
Yes.
to like a really solid payoff and it's executed like really well, then it just like you can't help yourself but get excited. And that fucking moment in the middle of Death Note, can I talk? God, this show came out in 2007. Fuck it.
All right, spoilers for Death Note if you haven't seen it.
When in that one moment after this song, like I don't remember how many episodes was it, that Light sort of acts really weird, like he's playing along with L. It's like okay, weird, okay. Oh, they found this organization that has the Death Note. That's strange, really. And then they find the Death Note at this like fucking millionaire guy's hand. And then L takes it. It's like, oh wait, that's weird. It's like, and he sees the Shinigami for the first time, and he's really like, what the fuck? And it just shatters his whole like understanding of reality, right? And then he's like, hey, Light, and then it cuts to Light holding a Death Note with this like fucking his mouth open. He's just screaming
Yes.
because all the memories are coming back, and it's like. All according to Keikaku.
all according to Keikaku, bro.
That moment it just burned to my mind. I love that moment. It's so fucking
That
hype.
scream, though, that scream is so good.
It's so good, dude. That moment
fucking
is
visceral,
incredible.
dude.
Like the camera is panning around him, and all the memories comes back to him, and it's like, oh.
I feel like if Death Note had been made in any other time, it would never have worked. I feel like Death Note is the anime that came out at just the right time.
You think so?
No, I think Death
so.
Note would be
I think if it
extremely...
came out today-
No, 100% it'd be super popular today.
I don't
Yeah.
think it would be as popular as it is today, though.
Really?
If it came out like right now.
I disagree. There's still nothing quite like it. To this level.
No, man. I think story wise, yeah, I think it would be popular, but like a lot of the like over the top moments that it has, like the potato chip thing, I think that because people are more analytical, for
But
lack of
that-
a better term now, they would tear that shit apart.
But that's
I
like,
mean, 100%.
you can think
All
that
right,
for
all right.
like.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Natai, but I agree to the point that, yes, Death Note is like a cringy, like, 14-year-old's wet dream. However,
It is.
cringy 14-year-olds will always perpetually exist, my friend. They will always
is
be
true.
here. And we have not had a bigger fucking, like, population of cringy 14-year-olds than we do today. So,
yes,
I
just
would
go
say-
on TikTok. They're everywhere.
I would say Death Note 100% would be popular,
It
even
would
more
still be
popular today.
popular, dude.
Like,
Maybe.
because I feel Death Note is timeless, dude. That's why. Because
Yeah.
the feelings that you have when you're a cringy 14-year-old, where it's like, oh, if I had a Death Note, I'd be just
Exactly.
like
It's that sort of,
frickin'
like, wish
Kira.
fulfillment.
Like, it's a mutual feeling because it's like, you know, you're hormonal, you hate the world because you're learning about the truths of the world, and you're like, oh, this sucks, people suck. And it's like you can make it better, but then like there's the power trip, the corruption. It's a good overall story, man. It's a timeless story.
I think it's timeless. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Maybe I am wrong about that. One thing I will say is that no matter what time Death Note would have come out at, Misa would still be annoying as fuck.
100%. I
God,
hated
Misa was shafted so hard in that show because when she first shows up, no, really, that's like I love that. That's one of my few pet peeves with that show. It's like when she first shows up, she actually outplays Light in like one or two scenes. It's like, oh shit, she actually knows what she's doing. That's great. And then she just turns into, nah, I'm hot.
Yeah, she
That's
becomes a dumb blonde.
Where's my boyfriend?
Yeah, that's
Pretty
just-
much. It's like
They definitely gutted her character for the sake of like, you know what? We have too many main characters already. It should really be about Kira versus L. So
And do you know what? Literally the exact same thing would happen many years later with an anime called Sword Art Online.
fucking, what's up with writers just gutting their female leads? Like, what the fuck?
It's
don't
not always like
because
that.
think about it. No, think about it. When Asuna is first introduced in Sword Art Online, she's like this cool, independent woman. Like she don't need no man. Pa pa
Okay,
pa.
but,
and
alright,
then like
but-
4 or 5 episodes
alright,
later, she's like, oh,
alright.
Kirito, where's my boyfriend?
And guess
the
what? They
problem,
did
though.
the same thing again in that show with a different character.
Here's a problem though, Alex. You just unlocked another core memory. Bro, let me tell you about fucking Sword Art Online when Kirito first does his like full Starburst stream combo. I was so fucking hyped for it, dude. Listen, as much as we shit on Sword Art Online, I fucking love the fight scenes in Sword Art Online. Like,
They are well
I
executed.
100% I 100% think that the writing and the everything about the fucking novel, garbage. I hate the writing. It's like whoever wrote this was obviously 14 years old. Have you read chapter 16.5? You haven't? We've done a dramatical reading. Please check it out. Give us some laughs, some
Don't check
likes.
it out, please.
It's cursed as
No,
fuck.
do.
It's
Cursed.
However, when Kirito does the Starburst stream, because he's like he's the fastest swordsman. He's got the dual swords, dude. I was so fucking hype. Like, I don't know what it is about Kirito being a fucking OPMC and doing just impossible shit. Like when they do, when they do, is it season 2 when they go into the gun game, where it goes into Gun
that's
Gale
season 2.
Online?
Yes.
Gun
Right.
Gale Online.
When Kirito does the fucking obstacle course to win money, so he can
And he
get
has a
gear,
lightsaber.
and he has a fucking lightsaber. That was fucking crazy as shit to me. I was like, yo,
No. You know what was the first time I thought to myself, what the fuck is in season 1? Kirito gets ambushed by these like six players.
Yeah, and then
who
they're
all try to kill him,
Yeah,
and
the
they attack him at the
PKing
same
guild.
time. And there's like a side character who's looking at it, it's like, oh shit, his health regenerated faster than they can kill him.
No, again, scenes like that is super stupid, right? I don't care about scenes like that. That one did make me
No,
laugh
that was
a lot,
dumb.
though.
I love that. So
No, my
stupid.
buddy, he watched Sword Art Online. He was like, what the fuck? My druid in WoW fucking has more health than this guy. I'd slap the shit out of him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Butthurt about anime characters.
Like, again, Sword Art Online is really bad writing, in my opinion. But I can't express how much I love Crossing Field. It's a super good fucking
Crossing
OP.
Field is great.
All right? Like, the music...
That OST in general is really good.
Yeah, the OST in general for SAO, really good. And for whatever reason, the hype scenes with Kirito, like, again, full Starburst stream. I don't actually remember what it's called. I just keep calling it that because that's what I think it's called. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I don't give a shit. Who cares? It's SAO. But, dude, and it's like, it's so weird because all it is Kirito going, "Ah!" with his cracking voice. And it's like annoying actually listening to him. But like what leads up to it is what hyped me the fuck up. Because of like the reason he like decides to grip down in typical shonen fashion. It's like he lost some people and he doesn't want to feel that emotion ever again. So when he's about to lose Asuna, he's just like goes fucking goblin mode, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he went
Super
off.
Saiyan Kirito.
He went fucking off. And that's why I was like, dude, fucking that was a great scene. I loved it.
You know, as much as we do shit on Sword Art Online, it does have its moments.
Now, I haven't watched anything past season 2 of Sword Art Online because I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
you have no idea what season 3 has in store, dude. You're not prepared.
Well, dude, I fucking dropped it when the spin-off Gun Gale Online came out, and I dropped it after the first fucking episode because I was like, this is so fucking dumb. Like,
Nah, Gun Gale Online is the best Sword Art Online
No,
show.
yeah, Gun Gale Online is literally the best part of Sword
that's
Art.
because there's a fucking lolly MILF in there. Fuck off.
Peachan, dude, Peachan.
P10!
Now, if you want to watch something really bonkers, watch season 3 of Sword Art Online.
No thanks. I'd rather watch a better show, to be honest.
You
like
probably
Demon Slayer.
Speaking of Demon Slayer,
Yo, of course, we couldn't have a fucking hype podcast without freaking talking about Demon Slayer. All right, Alex.
Listen. The episode 19 of the first season of Demon Slayer will forever be ingrained in my memory as one of the greatest single episodes
Dude,
of an anime.
the fucking
ever.
music that
It was the
plays
part
during
where- it
fire
was the part-
breathing, bro.
yeah.
Yes, but it
Bro.
was the part. It was the part where up until that point, I was enjoying myself watching Demon Slayer. I thought it was a good anime, but this is the part where I'm like, okay, this just shifted from good to fucking great.
Speaking of Demon Slayer, Lisa also did the opening for Demon Slayer Garenge.
Dude.
Just saying, you want a
Dude.
good fucking hype anime? Put Lisa on your OP, man. I'm
Just saying.
pointing
just
it
saying.
out.
Yeah,
That OP might be one of her best songs yet. Just putting it out there.
I think it is.
fucking love
think
Gurenge.
It might be her best song yet.
But
no, episode 19 where he does the fire breathing for the first time, and it's
yeah,
like, it's
so like,
cool.
all right, so I was the hype man behind Demon Slayer when I was like, you know what? I feel like this would be a strong contender if it ever got an anime that people would fucking love it. Because I was like, it's really artistic, it's stylistic, and
Then
overall.
Ufotable came.
And then Ufotable came
Ufotable.
and just made it even fucking better. They jacked it.
And the world received a brilliant reminder.
And so I remember when Demon Slayer came out, I was just like, oh, dude, the animation is fucking just crisp. Like, I fucking love this. Albeit the 3D was pretty fucking bad. But the hand-drawn scenes, dude, with the overly artistic, stylistic choice of, like, this looks like a fucking Japanese painting from, like, the 1400s.
It looks incredible.
It's fucking amazing, dude. And the music, the sound effects and stuff like that, all fucking great. But I didn't watch, so I stopped watching after, I think, episode, like, 14 or 15. And then Demon Slayer finished. So then I was at work marathoning it because I was like, oh, I haven't watched Demon Slayer. And I didn't know anything about it. I just know people loved it, right? So I didn't know anything about episode 19 going into it. So I'm just sitting there at work casually just watching it because, you know, it's a fucking shonen. Just throw it on in the background. Don't got to pay fucking attention. But, dude, when fucking episode... Like, I slowly stopped working and started staring at my phone. The more episodes
Oh no, you
in-
watched it on a phone?
I know, I watched it on a phone because I was at work, dude. It was a
Nah,
weekend
that's
work, and I was like, during my downtime, I like to watch anime or like when there's nothing happening, I watch something on my phone, you know, like most people do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, like slowly as I get up into the episodes, like I'm like episode 17, I'm like, oh, this is an interesting story arc. 18, I'm like, oh shit, dude, what's gonna happen? Then 19, I was just full blown, like just not even paying attention to the fucking counter anymore. I was like, yo,
Yes.
Yeah.
That episode is
So-
fantastic. Like, I think the internet kind of ruined it a bit, but I watched it a long time
I didn't know
after it
anything
finished.
about it, dude. I went in fucking
envy you.
blind. So
I envy you.
because
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't like listening to other people. So as
No,
we
it's
ru-
just I
no.
remember like
we run an anime podcast where I give my opinion on anime and I have my shit takes, but I refuse to listen to other people's takes because I think they're all shit. So
no, same. But
Like-
like I remember when Demon Slayer aired, I was like, oh, I'll probably watch it when it finishes, and then like everyone exploded over episode 19, and I didn't know anything about it, but I just knew episode 19. So I was like, okay, I'm not in a hurry to watch it. I'll just let it like die down a bit, the hype or whatever, and I'll wait. And then when I finally got around to watching it, I was like, oh shit. That episode is like the best episode of that entire season, like by far. It's so
and
good.
credit where credit is due to Ufotable. Like the cinematography of that entire episode is literally like as close to perfect as you can get. I
Nah,
think.
it's incredible. Like that whole like choreography and the fight itself, and it's just like that freaking song at the end. It's just
Yeah,
like
oh.
a peak of emotions. You just
and then
like,
fucking
And you see
Nezuko's blood arts.
Nezuko does the buckets.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking blood arts, dude. Come on, hype.
But you know what? Like speaking of Demon Slayer, like I need to talk about that. Like the movie was good. The movie is fine. I remember like watching it and thinking there
You
was
don't
some...
think Mugen Train was the best fucking shit,
Hold
bro?
up. I'm not even getting there. I remember watching it in theaters thinking, this is a good Demon Slayer episode. I'm having a great time. It's
Excuse
fine.
you, sir. Smashes
But-
all box office fucking records. Like, come on.
Hold up. I'm not finished, bro. The moment motherfucking Akaza shows up and his fight with Rangoku starts, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, that dude.
This is what I'm talking about.
I feel like so with Demon Slayer being a typical shonen, there's a lot of dragging and in between, but man, are the fucking fights, like the culmination to these hype fucking climax fights, are they fucking the best thing in the world?
I think
Yes.
that like the Rengoku and Akaza fight is one of the best fights in the series, like by a country mile. That fight is like a lot of like the ideological like clash between the two, and it's such a struggle. It feels like a struggle. It's great. It's such a good fight. But the actual moment like I want to give a shout out to as well is season 2. It's great. Fantastic. The tipping point of that season is like I'll never forget, like me and my buddy watching like I think like the last 6 episodes straight. And I think it was episode 6 where they confront that demon girl or whatever, and it seems like they're about to kill her. I'm like, okay, you're just waiting for something to happen because it's not the end. And then she's like everything stops for a second, and she just shouts, Oni-chan! And her brother shows up. That's the hypest shit. I love those types of moments where it's like a real big reveal happens that shifts everything that's around you in that like scene.
And that's also something that not a lot of people talk about. Like everyone talks about Demon Slayer's music and their obviously the animation and stuff, but the voice talent on it is fucking top, dude.
incredible.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking top tier, perfect casting.
You
Also,
you
like-
shat on Kirito shouting, motherfucking Inosuke. That's the same voice actor. He's doing
I know.
perfection job. That job. I can
mean-
listen to that and I groan all day.
Isn't this? It's the same voice actor that does Beetlejuice in ReZero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is the
Same
same
guy.
voice actor.
And that's just a crazy guy screaming.
Man, I miss Beetlejuice.
Betelgeuse.
Betelgeuse Romani Canti. Yes.
But yeah, season 2 of Demon Slayer
Oh.
was really, really hyped. Like the last 5-6 episodes were. I stopped breathing at a certain point. I forgot how to breathe while watching that.
He literally passed out. It was so good.
That's like I think it was episode 10, where it's the climax of the fight between them and like the brother and sister. Like, man, the choreography. Like every now and then I go back and watch that fight. It keeps going. It keeps building. It's so good. Like Ufotable outdid themselves, which says a lot.
You mentioned climaxes to fights. There's 2 on each of our lists that I think we need to talk about in time.
Okay,
And
you
they
go
both
first.
come from the same franchise.
Okay, hold up. You know what? Can we dedicate this like coming few minutes to talk specifically about JoJo? Is that cool with all of us?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
But we got to talk about it in chronological order, and the first one is I can't beat the shit out of you without getting close.
Oh my! Ho ho! You're approaching me. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Like
dude,
people don't like part 3 being long, but that's the thing. It's so good getting to that ending because of the journey that got us to Jotaro shit talking Dio. It's the best.
It is.
Dude, I mean, JoJo's is hype incarnate because everything about it is hype, right?
Yeah.
Like, I fucking part 3 of the anime is what got me into JoJo's in the first place because I saw like people memeing the fuck out of the whole, like seeing all this stupid shit, right? Like roller da. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Why do people keep what a beautiful duang? What are these memes? I need to fucking
Why
know.
is this Italian punching a frog?
So I was just like, all right. So when I first got into JoJo's, it was because of Stardust, right? Stardust's anime had just finished, and like my buddy was like fucking reading the manga, and I saw all the memes, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this show? What is JoJo's, right? And that's what started it all. Part 3 is what hyped me the fuck up for JoJo's. I maintain that part 3 is still my favorite part because it's all I've gotten up to. I
Can't believe you haven't watched part 4.
No, for reading the
Or
manga.
5.
Or
I've watched
5.
4 and 5. So,
Okay.
I haven't watched anything else, but I didn't read past part 3 because I was like, I'm done reading the manga. I'm just gonna watch the anime because David,
Yeah, it's
bless
so good, bro.
David Productions. Like we're gonna put that on
Yeah.
a shirt. # bless David Productions. But
I'm down.
yeah, part 3 when that stupid ass scene, I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer. That's what got me into JoJo's 100%.
That fight is just so. It's like it's like the entirety of the art. This part is just a build up to okay, we're going to beat the shit out of Dio. Great, and then you get there and it just keeps going, and it takes everyone's abilities to try and take this guy down. And
It's literally just them constantly one-upping each other.
remember that
Yeah.
one part where
Because
where
like
Dio-
fucking Zawaldo.
Exactly.
Ichibikyo, whatever second is. 1 second, 2 second. Huh? He sees fucking Jotaro's finger twitch like, huh? Nani?
Remember that one time where he throws knives at Jotaro and he thinks he got him, and then he just lies on the ground, and then he gets up, and because he had books that he used to shield himself.
Fuck, dude. Fucking Araki, man. I fucking.
You know what? You know what's the hypest part of like that whole fight though? The freaking opening. When the opening kicks in.
This is when the opening kicks it. So the thing about it is it's actually been happening the entire time. You just have only been seeing it from Jotaro's point of view, and then when it shifts to Dio's point of view, and you see what's actually been happening, and it's like, what?
I fucking love that OP. So that moment where Zawardo kicks, punches the fuck out of the OP and time stops. It's I don't have words for the emotions I feel when I watch that. I don't have words.
Oh man, I will say the one thing about that fight that I love I can't beat the shit out of you line because that's one of the greatest lines ever in anime. But like the culmination of that fight when you see Jotaro realize that his stand is the exact same as the world and he can do the same thing.
Then
Yeah.
he fucks around with Dio all the time. It's great.
And then he just fucks around with Dio.
Dude,
Remember at the end where Joseph just fucks around with them as well? Like they fit
Yeah.
Dio, and then Joseph's like, "Oh, I'm Dio. I still have no, don't kill me. I'm joking. I'm just joking."
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Dude, I fucking love old Joseph. He's my favorite, JoJo. I just love old Joseph
Yeah.
so much.
He's great. Rest in
Oh,
peace,
R.I.P.
that
to his
actor.
voice actor, dude.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
For sure. And then you got in part 4 when Kira returns. Jesus Christ.
Oh, dude.
Like, what's your hypest moment for part 4?
Ooh, from part 4.
The memes.
I mean, the final
memes,
fight
bro.
is
the memes.
great.
The memes.
The memes are the
fucking
hypest to me.
great.
See, I didn't like part 4 as much as I like part 5, and I definitely like part 3 more than I like part 4. So
Part 4 is the best. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. Copium.
It's not copium. It's a masterpiece.
L plus ratio plus you fell off, bro.
The only thing I really liked the villain. Like, that was my favorite villain because
It's the best villain.
He is. My name is Yoshikage Kira.
I'm 33 years old.
I live in Morio. Like, oh fuck, God.
Do you know what's a really hype? This is again spoilers for JoJo's Part 4, but a really hype scene with Kira that I like that a lot of people don't talk about is when he quote unquote fights Shigechi.
Yeah, it just
and that death is actually kind of sad.
it's like it's so brutal because he literally just kills it like a fucking middle schooler.
And he's trying to get to Josuke to warn him, and he can't get there in time
Because he already
Sad.
touched the knob.
Fucking
He already
sad.
touched the bomb.
Touch the knob.
That first reveal of Kira, like literally just fucking flexing on a kid, is just this is my Sand Killer Queen. It shows up with like the skull face behind him. It's so
Dude,
good.
it's so good.
I fucking
The
love
first time he
Fucking
activates
JoJo's, dude.
Bites the Dust is also super hype.
it. What? Yeah, dude, it's so good. But one of my favorites is the first sort of like. It's like the final like standoff between Josuke and Kira, where Josuke is like, you know, just wounded and limping around, and Kira is walking out of that house, and you see both of them, and Josuke is like, "Come on, bring out your killer queen." It's like, oh, you're like getting ready for shit to go down. I love it.
Oh man, there are some very very hype moments in Part 4.
But let's talk about
then you
part
get to
5.
But then you get to Part 5, and
Bro.
as someone who
Bro.
so Part 5 of JoJo's with the anime at least, it was the first time I had actually read the entirety of that part's manga before seeing the anime.
Dude, you were
And the thing
hyping
I
up
was
part
looking-
5 before it arrived. That
Oh,
was so
dude.
ready.
There were so many parts I was looking forward to, but one of the parts I was looking forward to the most was seeing how David Productions would animate the 7-page muda near the end of the part. Oh, just chef's kiss, perfect.
I was
The-
looking
the
forward to
sound
the
design.
fucking because everyone was memeing the fuck out of the torture scene, right? Everyone was hyping the fuck up
yes.
about that when Part 5 was coming out, and but you know what I wasn't fucking prepared for in JoJo's Part 5? Fucking Giorno's theme, bro. I did not.
Yes.
Fucking. It's so fucking hype, dude. Fucking, I was like,
were
let's
talking about
fucking
this
go.
We were talking about this beforehand. It doesn't even have to be in the anime itself. It can be in any life moment you're experiencing. It makes it instantly hype.
Not
Like-
gonna lie, I literally used Jorno's theme to hype up a moment I had in my life.
Really?
So,
Do tell.
so
good
when
hype music.
when I got my driver's license, it was after a very long and grueling process of like a year and a half of me trying to get that driver's license. And like all my friends knew I was like stuck on that. It was like a big obstacle for me. So when I finally got it, and I was talking to some of my closest friends and family. It's like, yeah, I finally got it. But then my really close group of friends, most of them from the army that I know from that are like really close to me. So I wanted to surprise them. So we set up like a meeting that we would just like hang out or whatever at a friend's place. And 2 of them already knew that like I told them about it. So I said, okay, I want to surprise them. So let's get around, do a meeting or whatever. And what I did is I came over, I brought my car, and then I like parked really far away from the meeting place. And I told them, text me whenever they show up, because like the way we saw it going, like planning, like the plan was everyone's gonna show up, and someone's like, oh, where's Nitai? Didn't you guys bring Nitai or something like that? And that would be my cue. And then I drove up there when I got a text saying come to the front. So I drove up there with my car, pulled down my windows, and blasted Jordan's theme. And I could hear,
Dude.
what?
Oh, fuck, dude. That's so fucking
Got him.
hype.
Yeah, I was so
understand.
happy.
I completely can feel that moment, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, it was great. I was so happy. Nah, Jordan's theme is
yeah.
incredible.
The theme is fucking great. It's literally just concentrated musical hype. That's exactly what his theme is, and it works every single time in any situation.
But you know what? Like circling back around to the 7-page Muda, like that moment is like obviously like the moment Jordan's thing kicks in, it just fucking goes at it. Just,
the fire, dude.
It's
you know
incredible.
that
But
that meme
the
of
sound
that,
design.
that dude playing the piano on fire. That's all I
Oh, yeah,
can
that's
imagine is
literally
actually
that.
happening. Like while they were animating that's all that was happening in the office and at David Productions.
Yeah.
I also love like.
And, you know, go ahead.
No,
Go
just
ahead.
like another like note on that fight specific. I just love like the moment it starts like kicking the shit out of Green Day. It's like the actual
Yes.
punches sound like machine gun. I don't know what they were using for that
do.
sound design. It's like pa, 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 pa. It's great.
But you were talking earlier about like the OP of part 3, like that final fight being really hype. The part like right at the end when they're facing off against
The boss.
yeah, the boss, and the OP, like when Requiem takes over and you
Yes.
see Giorno do Dio's pose or like the look over the shoulder, like oh my
fuck.
god, yeah.
Dude, I came so hard. Literally, Jonas stole back the OP from the villain. Like, damn.
Yeah, that's the first time that's happened in the OPs too. Like, this is one of the great things. Like, again, bless David Productions that they give us this shit to talk about in just OPs.
Like, we talk about fan service. That's actual fan service. To have Jorno do the Dio pose in the OP, that's literal fan service, dude. I love that so much. It's so... Oh, I need to rewatch Part 5 so bad.
that's what some of these moments that we've been talking about are. Like, they're literally just fan service in the best possible way.
I feel like it's because the people who work on JoJo's at David Productions, they're obviously fans of JoJo. Like, you know how
Yeah,
some
for
people,
sure.
they work at a place and it's like, it's just your job? The people who work at David Productions, when they made JoJo's, they're all fucking Araki fans, dude. 100%. Every single person working
Yeah.
on the production at
They're
David Productions.
fanboys, yeah, and that's great.
Well, it's
you
like the
can
people
see the
that at
passion
Studio
behind it.
Bind. It's like the people at Studio Bind who that studio was literally formed to make Mushoku Tensei. It's like you can tell that the people working on it have a fucking passion for this source material.
Isn't Bind just White Fox, though? It's just White Fox, right?
A
It's
lot
the
of
guys
talent
from
from White Fox there, but also
Yeah, a
it's
lot
like
of talent
other
from White
studios
Fox
as well.
did go over there. Yes.
But it's also from other studios. You know what's hyping Mushoku Tensei? That fucking final episode, dude.
Yeah?
Sorry for like jumping around, but like I was like,
I mean, no,
I
that was
just,
the
like,
entire point of the
remembered.
hype. Like, we're just gonna be jumping around because
Dude,
the more we
like-
talk about hype, the more we unlock core memories of like, dude, remember
I
this
know,
fucking
right?
hype scene over here? Like, oh, like this is the
There was,
entire
like-
purpose of this. Like, the
in
hype,
Mushoku
dude.
Tensei, there's so many hype moments, but I think like my favorite moment, like of the entire season, was
Bro.
the ending where there's like you have this fucking visual of Rudy just walking past like his past self, and it's
Yeah.
like, yes, my man, yes, go fucking get him, yeah.
Bro,
fucking
It
growing
gets
up in
better.
front of my eyes.
There's so much better stuff. Oh man, you
I know.
barely scratched
John
the
and I have
surface.
talked. John and I have talked about this. He says, if you like what you've seen so far, you ain't seen nothing
Bro,
yet.
I give
it
season
only
1 a
gets
10.
better.
I give season 1 a 10.
It
I
only
love
gets
this shit.
better, and I really hope Studio Bind does not drop the fucking ball on this because, like, this is it's such a good story. I can't not forget Mushoku Tensei, not only because it was my first web novel I ever finished, but because it's such a good. All right, so when Mushoku Tensei, when I was reading it, I didn't not read it. It took like 2 months, right?
Oh,
Every
shit.
day I came into work and I would like in my free time I would just stare and read. Like there was one time where I was on shift and for 8 hours I just had to be there. I didn't have to do anything. I just stared at the computer screen for 8 hours. And it hurt my fucking eyes because I just kept reading more Mushoku Tensei. Now I was also reading concurrently Overlord, so whenever Overlord dropped an update on their novel, I'd read that. But then I'd go back to Mushoku Tensei once I was done with catching up on Overlord. So then, like, oh, dude, like, it only gets better from here. And I
so excited for
really
season
hope
2.
they don't drop the ball. I so hope they don't because they did such an excellent job with the first season.
No, it's so fucking like I'm just like season 1 is a 10. It was incredible. I'm so hyped for season 2 whenever it drops.
And you know what? To everyone in Hollywood that works on shit today, character development. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It's a beautiful duang, some would say.
Beautiful Duang.
Oh man. So we've talked a lot about shonen, and I think rightly so, because shonen, like John said at the beginning, is pretty much set up to have these hype moments.
Okay, I have one
peppered
more. I
throughout.
have one more shonen I need to talk about. because
Okay, go ahead.
because
before
you
we
guys
move
will
away
never
from-
segue into it. Because what we're going to talk about next after this is going to be way better. But dude, I told you guys how Bleach got me into anime, right? So it is to no one's surprise that Bleach is on my list. When Ichigo saves Rukia in Soul Society arc, bro, that fucking music, that fucking jazz, fucking rap fusion, whatever the fuck it was.
Now you feel like
Like, dude, when he stops the fucking guillotine phoenix with his fucking Zanpakuto, like, yo, bro, dude, I fucking, again, shonen is always hype because it's, you know, it's what it's built around, right? But that was the first moment that you truly become hyped for Bleach. That's the moment that made everyone go, all right, I'm going to fucking watch the rest of the fucking 100 or 200 or so episodes of this fucking show.
That also happens
100%.
100 episodes into the show, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It took 100 episodes to get there, but it was fucking, well, I mean, I
It
feel
was
like
worth it.
the Bounto arc and that was dumb, but there's certain arcs that I would definitely skip in Bleach. But dude, Soul Society arc, fucking when Ichigo blocks that and saves Rukia, perfection, fucking perfection.
Chef's kiss.
Like,
Bruh. That song in itself is like perfection. Like I haven't finished Bleach. I remember watching like ages ago as a kid, but I remember when that trailer for Thousand Year Blood War arc dropped, which is coming later this year, by the way. That new rendition of the song, I was like, man, am I gonna go back and finish Bleach? Holy shit! Only because of this theme song.
I don't know about that because Kubo Tite Sensei, Jesus Christ, man, I hate you. He, you know what? He gave me Bleach, and Bleach was okay. Bleach has really good character designs, and holy shit, when Ichigo gets his Bankai, holy shit, dude, I was so fucking hype. When he fucking does the Getsuga Tensho with his Bankai form, with his instead of his Zanpakuto, he has the Bankai form, and he has the fucking cool ass robe, dude. Fuck, dude. Let me tell. There's so many, and there's even more, right? There's like what I don't even remember what it was called when he does that transformation thing where he's like the Rancor shit, whatever the fuck that was. I don't remember what they actually named it in the show. But basically, whenever Ichigo gets a power up, I was always fucking hyped for it. Because, you know, that's how it works, right? Your main character of your shonen show gets a power up, it's hype.
What's your favorite power up in a shonen anime that got you the hypest when it was revealed?
I mean, favorite shonen power up.
Specifically the reveal, because like you can think about it. I can like talk about
It's gonna take a while,
ones.
but I mean, recently it's probably Zenitsu from Demon Slayer when he does the fucking the lightning draw, dude. Fuck,
Dude,
fuck,
that motherfucking thunderclap god speed shit
that
in season
shit
2 was
was
incredible.
nuts. All right,
That was incredible.
that was my favorite reveal of recent anime of recent shonens.
Was that a power up though? That didn't feel like a. Was it a power up?
Well, it was
It's like a hidden power.
It was a hidden power reveal.
Like I'm
really.
talking about shit like, so you mentioned like you like your like whenever Ichigo get a new power up, like to that extent, like when a character vastly like uses their power, but in very different
I know
way.
where I know where you're trying to lead me, bro. And it's fucking Luffy. All right, shut up.
Listen.
I knew you were trying to lead me there.
I need to gush about it for 1 second.
Dude.
This fucking motherfucking One Piece, took its time so much that I felt like, all right, it's been 300 episodes. Let's give this motherfucker a power up. And holy shit, Second Gear was like, man, that reveal of Second Gear was so good. I love it. Like the way it makes so much sense. This guy's a rubber guy. Oh, what if I fucking like pop my legs a bunch, so now my blood is circulating so fucking fast. I'm just quick as like I don't know what. That reveal is so good. This is the shit I live for, dude. Whenever a character would just like, as we said at the beginning of the episode, when a character just fucking lets loose out of nowhere, and it's so satisfying to just see them kick ass. It's great.
Yeah, so
I love that review.
I fucking knew you were trying to lead me to One Piece. That's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because One Piece. All right, as much as Alex hates One Piece, like I admitted,
Alex hasn't seen One Piece.
As I admitted in a
too.
previous episode with Unitai, I came back to it. I'm like, you know what? One Piece is actually a really good fucking show. Because all the arcs culminate so fucking well, dude. Like, it's super long running, and I hate everything in between. But man, do I fucking love it. Like, the payoff is definitely worth watching.
The payoff is so good, dude.
Like, the only problem, like I said before, is that I have to wait until One Piece finishes an arc before I watch something now. Or read it.
Yeah,
because
definitely, for sure.
I fucking hate the weekly drag is the worst. I can't do that
It's
anymore.
the worst.
But
I'm
if you
currently
finish
waiting
an
for
arc,
one
dude,
to end in the anime so I can binge it. Like, I definitely get you.
But yeah, the squad destroys Arlong Park, dude.
That freaking walk after so this whole scene of like Nami asking Luffy for help for the first time, and he's like, "Okay, I got you." Like, one of his crewmates has been hurt. He's like, "I can't let this slide." So this is like the first time like the Straw Hats feel like a squad, which is I absolutely love it when you get that sort of feeling like they're coming together for the same cause.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
they're just absolutely
for the last
destroying
100
these
or so
pirates.
episodes, we've been watching them like have fights and like not really get along.
Technically
but, like,
40, but yeah.
the last 100, yeah, the 40. It's 40 episodes, but we've been watching them build up the relationship. So again, dude, he's just so good at culminating. Like, I hate saying it, but sometimes it's not about the end, it's about the journey, dude. And the journey that One Piece takes you on is fucking fantastic.
Because
like,
especially in that arc, it's like you have this journey of like, oh, like we had this crewmate we thought we knew her, what's her deal about, but no, we actually learn about Nami's like backstory and why she is the way she is. And then it makes sense, like even though her actions were like seemed selfish, no, there was reasons behind them. And like the moment she asks for help, Luffy is like, that's okay. Like even though they felt betrayed, like he understands where she came from, so obviously he's gonna help her because she's part of his crew. Why not? And then
dude,
just them
and
uniting
it
together,
really
it's-
solidified Luffy as like he's the fucking captain now.
Yeah, he is the captain.
Dude,
Like he's
obviously
a dumbass.
He was the captain. Everyone's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Luffy's the captain. But like this fucking whole power of friendship shit that Luffy does, and it's so annoying because I'm like, I hate power of friendship stuff, right? Generally speaking, but it always comes back to One Piece. So I'm like, okay, One Piece is the exception where I'm just like, you know what? One Piece gets a pass. It's a great journey. Everyone can fuck off.
Nah, it's fantastic. That like Our Long Park is incredible and still one of the best arcs, even like hundreds of episodes later. But like for a good reason. But One Piece is so good, dude.
Dude, but I mean, the whole Ace thing was like my favorite part in the anime, to be honest, just because of like how it changes Luffy for like in the future.
That
like
it's so good, dude. It's so good.
I know.
Like,
Fuck.
like, dude, like Marineford is like endgame of anime. It's like, okay, we have this build up for like the past 400 or so episode. Now every character you've seen so far is in this one fight, and it's incredible.
I know. Fuck,
Oh.
dude. I can feel Alex just like evaporating away as we talk about One Piece.
I just have nothing to say.
All right. Hopefully you have something
Alex,
to say.
I know you'll never agree, but I'm down to fucking watching it with you.
He's never gonna do that.
It's a terribly long commitment, Natai.
But it's gonna be so much fun.
All right. Let me segue.
All right, if we do it, we watch it at 3x speed.
No.
Why?
Dude, no.
Why would you do that?
All right. But speaking.
Why would I want to sit down for 1,000 episodes of anime?
Because
that
what
might
if
not
they're
be
really good thousands episodes of anime?
Oh, I know that the first 50 episodes aren't good because
No.
I've seen them before.
Dude.
The first 50 episodes are good. One of the arcs is not great, but like the first two arcs are kind of fine. But the Sanji arc is where it gets really, really fucking good, and that's like 30
I
episodes.
know that
in.
back in the day, which I say back in the day, like 15 years ago, I watched the first 50 episodes of One Piece. I was thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah, but you hate shonen.
At the time, I loved shonen. That was when I was like in high school and shit. I loved
This
shonen
is what
back
killed
then.
shonen for you, right? No, it's because
not really.
you didn't follow the hype train of One Piece. That's why, man. You gave up too early, dog. I'm telling you. But I need to segue.
How many episodes should I give it? 100? 500?
Listen, if you're willing to give manhwa 100 chapters, you should be willing to give One Piece 1,000.
All you need to do with One Piece, all you need to
I'm
with
not
One
willing to
Piece
give
is to get to the
manhwa
Sanji
100
arc.
chapters to establish fucking settings and characters. I'm not willing to do that.
Listen,
All you need with One Piece is to get to Sanji arc, which is like episode 30, if I'm not mistaken, and then you're good to go.
listen. I've been trying to segue for the last 3 minutes because holy shit, we're running out of time. So
We are.
Speaking
but
of-
I'll make a. Hold on. I'll make a deal with you, Natai.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I'll watch the first 100 episodes, or whatever. I don't know if there's an arc
You don't
that
need
ends
100,
around
but
the
I'll-
100
okay.
episode mark.
all right,
If there's an arc that ends around the 100 episode mark,
Natai, you
even if
need to
it's over
outline
100
this, all right?
episodes-
We have to play this very carefully because we're gonna convert.
What
knowledge.
are you offering? Yeah, I'm like waiting, but for the butt.
I don't know if there's an arc that ends around the 100 episode mark. If there is, I'll watch past 100 episodes. If it's not like 1,000 episodes after that,
What are you getting at, bro? Come on.
My thing is, I will sit down and I will commit to 100 episodes of One Piece. If it is not literally the best animated thing ever made,
It's not
I
the
will
best
fucking
animated
drop
thing
it
ever
there.
made.
No, dude, it's not about. All right, you know what? Again, he's not in the mindset.
If you actually I love One Piece, but the anime is not that great sometimes. If you actually want to like get the full experience, like I would recommend reading the manga. I still haven't read it, but just putting it out there.
Again,
Anyway.
like I said, the like of One Piece, right? The fervent like of it isn't because it's the most amazing thing ever, but it's about the
it
journey
is.
that it it's about the journey, damn it. I can't express
Yeah.
this enough. Like it's hard to explain because if you're not into the journey, you're not going to like not going to like
Exactly.
One Piece, dude. And as like
And
I
I
said,
think the big
I
part of
left,
being
but
into
I
the
still
journey-
like in retrospective, even though I left watching and reading it, in retrospect, I'm like, you know what? I enjoyed the fucking journey, and I completely understand why One Piece fans are as fervent as they are. Because, honestly speaking, I had a great time reading and watching One Piece.
But what's your point, Alex? I'm waiting for like the butt.
My point is, fair enough, if it's about the journey being better than the destination, fine. That's great. But I think part of a journey being good is caring about the characters that go on that journey.
Oh,
and
I
after
love
You
50
that.
will!
episodes of One Piece,
It just
You will
takes like
care about
500
them.
shit
episodes.
about any of the characters.
It just takes like 500 chapters. It's fine.
No, it's not. Anyway, yes. What were you about to say? Sorry.
That was it. That was what I was about to say.
No,
Like, I
where
think
was the
it-
butt? You'll watch it, butt.
He said, but
I
if
mean-
it's not the best thing in the world, then what? Yeah, what's the consequence of it? You're just going to shit on One Piece?
I drop it.
Okay, all right. He'll give us 100 episodes, or give or take.
We
Give
get
him-
entertainment.
All right.
Okay, be careful, Natai, because then it could become another Attack on Titan thing. Because then you have to hear me complain about it.
Honestly, I'm down to watching it with you if it's gonna help you a bit. I know I watched
watch.
One Piece only because a friend of mine offered to watch it with me. So like, because I was there, bro. I was there. I was like, why would I watch so many episodes? Then he told me because it'll be awesome, and then we watched it together, and it was awesome.
Now, I have a question then. You say you watched it. Did you watch it in dub or sub?
So
Okay. Then I suppose that's the way I should watch it.
I feel like
Yeah.
the sub
Because
version is
originally
really
when
good.
I watched it, it was in dub, and it was the 4Kids
Nah.
dub. So maybe
Oh,
that's why
come
I
on.
hated it.
Come on. You can't.
Bruh.
Nah, man. No. Jelly donuts?
you're
No.
kidding me.
Jellyton. Hey, you say that, but
Also,
it's like
Alright,
also,
now.
like, I
I've
know
been
you
trying
read manga,
to.
so I
no,
think you
no.
can
All right,
rate it
all
as
right.
well.
We
Anyway,
just
we're
spent
done
12
with
minutes on
discussion.
this. I've been trying to segue into another power of friendship anime.
Berserk?
Guts except the Band of Hawk. Power of friendship
Power-
anime
Bro, I
known as
fucking read your
Berserk.
mind.
Because I was like,
Power of
how do
depression,
we how do
baby.
we segue into Berserk? Because we have to talk about Berserk and the Band of Hawks.
I'm
right?
so happy we were talking about Berserk. New
Alright,
chapters
like-
out, by the way.
I know.
Like, if as everyone probably knows by now, like I feel like everyone likes Berserk, right? I don't know many people who don't like Berserk. Berserk is
I
like
don't know. Twitter don't like Berserk because 14-year-olds have discovered it and how gruesome it is.
Yeah, people
boo
don't like
fucking who,
Berserk, or
dude?
people found out about it on Twitter. Fuck them.
He said boo fucking who.
who fucking
Yeah,
like if
exactly.
you can't appreciate fucking Murata Sensei's like Murata?
Miura.
Mira. Yeah, I was
Miura.
like,
Miura.
yeah, Mira Sensei.
Literally
I
named
was like,
after a fucking Lamborghini.
Mira, if you can't appreciate his I said this yesterday, but his artistry, right? Like the fucking amount of fine detail in each fucking panel, dude. The fucking gruesome way that he draws, like fucking like when Zod appears, dude, in the fucking manga. You're just like, yo, what the fuck is Zod, dude?
Or
Like,
the
what
entire
the fuck?
eclipse.
Like, oh my god, it's an art piece in my opinion.
If you can't appreciate one of the best stories in fiction of all time, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, like if you can't,
The funny thing
there's
is,
so much
like,
in Berserk that
people-
you can like, right? Like the storytelling
is.
is really good, the character development's really fucking good,
The action
arcs-
is really good.
everything about it is good. Like there's nothing I can say that I'm displeased with in. Oh, the only thing I'm displeased with in Berserk is that it's had poor anime adaptations. That's really it. However, the Golden
anime
Age
adaptation was good.
the Golden Age
saying.
anime adaptation was good. Also, the official English dub and their blooper reel, fucking amazing. I love it.
It is very, very funny.
Yeah.
So one thing that people always like, and granted, it's deserved. People suck Aragi's dick about the fact that he's the only Japanese artist whose work has ever been featured in the Louvre, and it's great because it deserves to be. Miura's should be too.
Miura's should be featured in the Louvre.
I mean,
100%.
Miura there's literally a Berserk museum in Japan, so I mean, I feel like that's a win anyway, like.
Oh, it is 100%. But I definitely think that if there is another Japanese artist that deserves their work being showcased in the Louvre in Paris, it's definitely Miura's.
Bruh, Berserk is so fucking good.
Man, I hope so. It was recently announced that there's going to be a brand new like remake of Trigun, which I'm hoping is
That's
good because I
right.
loved Trigun back in the day. I'm hoping that with the new news that's come out that his staff, Miura's staff, are really going to try to finish the manga and do it in a way that's conducive to like his notes that he had on how he wanted it to end and the conversations they had with him personally. I'm hoping that once it does get finished, we have like a complete full anime adaptation of the manga done by a competent studio.
And you know what? Even if we don't get that, I would love for like a solid studio, like fucking one of these fucking producers, assemble your own studio bind, and even if you adapt all the entirety of Berserk till Millennium Falcon arc and nothing beyond that, I'll still be glad like that we got something because it'll be the best anime of all time.
No, you can't give me that. No, you can't give me that fucking hope. You're adapting every single fucking chapter, motherfucker. Like, I'm not letting this go.
You know what?
It's amazing to me that we live in this time of we're getting these remakes and these full adaptations of stuff. Like fuck it, we're getting a complete like remake of Akira soon, and like, come on, man.
I need that Berserk. Oh, I need it, dude.
I don't know who owns
Berserk?
the IP for it. Like, now that with Mirror Sensei gone, like, is it his son that owns it now? Like,
I have no clue. I have no
I
clue.
would assume so. I don't know how like copyright transfers in Japan.
I have no idea who owns it, but dude, like Berserk is so fucking good. It even like in retrospect fixed its weakest arc. It's incredible. Like it's like I like Black Swordsman. While reading it, I was like, okay, cool. But then like you read Golden Age, and in retrospect, it fixes Black Swordsman. It's like it's that good. This manga, it's so.
It's almost like an artist realizes their mistakes and goes back and fixes it instead of fucking blaming the audience.
I mean, retconning is not a terrible thing. I don't like retconning a lot of things, but I mean,
when it's done well, it's great.
It's fine to fix things. Like if you can close it off in an acceptable way, which is really hard. I gotta admit. Like I don't know how Miura did it, but he did. So, man.
But anyway, can we talk about the hype moment that I listed for Berserk? Because we talked about how there are hype moments, like a fight or a power up, but. A hype moment can even be something as a broken person finally realizing that he is accepted by a group of people and he can accept them back. Dude, like that moment when
But you know what makes us even more hype? When it fucking breaks you because of the whole Griffith thing, right?
Exactly. Like it's just heartbreaking because for the entire
That's why it hurts so much.
Because we follow Guts from literal birth, and we see this guy just like having the worst life possible, just like struggling through life.
Yeah, he was a battle slave, born into a mercenary corps, and just getting passed around,
sold for other soldiers to be right. It's terrible,
terrible fucking thing.
Very tragic.
Yeah, and then like he just he realized like, okay, as long as like I can protect myself, nothing bad will happen, and. Danny just like gets involved with this band of Hawk and Griffith and Casca and slowly opens up to them, and it just like that one scene where I think it was Pippin who's like shoving him inside like the group, and they're like drinking together. It's like celebrating the fight they just won. It's like, oh my boy, yeah.
Seeing seeing Guts like smile walking with the Band of Hawk, bro. It just hurts so much because of what happens after, dude. Oh fuck.
Man.
Berserk is so fucking good.
This is why we need a full-on anime adaptation.
I don't understand how such a great fucking manga gets such shitty anime adaptations. I don't understand.
Junji Ito would like a word with you.
Yeah, well, that's true.
No. Junji Ito didn't suffer the wrath of Berserk 2016. It's not the same.
No, but he did get the Junji Ito collection.
We don't talk about that.
Dude,
We don't
RIP.
talk about that at all.
I fucking love Junji Ito too. But
I love
yeah,
Junji Ito, man.
We
I like how this
really
hype
need a
moment.
Berserk spoiler cast.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe
John, what
when-
were you about to say?
I just think it's funny that this hype moment that happens isn't about like fighting. It's about personal growth.
Exactly.
Because it's hype as
It
fuck,
is,
dude.
really.
Because of dude, Guts is suffering. It just hurts so much because like in most suffer anime or suffer porn, like just written things, I don't feel that bad for any character. I felt so bad for Guts because of everything that happens. Right? It's like this man is too angry to die, but damn it, does he have a good fucking reason not to die? Like, I wouldn't fucking die either until I punch Griffith in the fucking noggin. Like, fuck him, dude.
No, like that, there's so many like I'll never forget one scene of what was it with Guts and Casca talking about like the bonfire of dreams. You know, like all of these people have their own dreams, and they're like this one bonfire that they're coming together to fulfill Griffith's dream together, and it's so heartbreaking, but it's so just, you know, satisfying to see this person grow beyond his like trauma and trying to figure himself out in this cruel and dark world and trying to find his own dream and his own path.
And I think that's what it is. It's the dichotomy that, like, in such a really dark and cruel world that we literally from page 1 we get introduced to, right? In the manga and in that, like, the fucking anime. Literally day 1 on the job, you're just like, yo, dark, gritty, fucking monstrous fucking looking things, hella visceral gore and blood. Like, this is nuts. But then we get this like personal growth and like the feel good feelings, and then they get that fucking ripped out of your chest, dude. Fuck.
But then it's like not to get too spoilery, but then you get to fucking a few arcs later, like way later after what was it, the fight with the dragon apostle, where they go to the beach and Guts sort of realizes that he has this like sort of like quote unquote new group or whatever.
Yeah,
it's so
more personal growth. Holy shit, who would have thought, dude? And
So
that's what it is,
satisfying.
because it's now, and that's why we're on the edge of our seat every time we read it, right? Because it's just like, please don't do this to our boy Guts no more. Please, Mira, like he deserves that fucking happy ending. We want it so bad. Oh god, but then
that panel where he puts the hat on Shirk is like one of my favorite panels ever. It's so
Bruh.
good.
bruh.
Bruh. I love Berserk.
Me too. Like, Berserk's so good. It's probably the best manga ever actually fucking written. Like, no, hands down.
Yeah.
It's certainly up there. It's 100% up there.
It is.
Definitely top 5.
And that's why I think I'm happy they're continuing it, but even if it wasn't continued, I was like, what we got was still like the best manga of all time. You know?
Well, what I like is that everyone collectively was just like, no, we're going to let Mira Sensei's work rest with him. I'm like, yes, that is fine. We'll let it rest. Like, as much as I want an ending, I don't want them to ruin his legacy, is like my point, right? Like, just publishing just his notes or something. Like, anything that he wrote down that he was like, oh, I was thinking of this. Like, that would be 100% acceptable to me. Just leave it open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't ruin his legacy. That's all I ask.
I don't think it will ruin his legacy, though. The fact that, like, I don't envy them.
People that are working on the ending are people who have worked with them for fucking years.
Yeah, that's like his entire team that worked with him throughout, like, I don't know for how long. It's like,
Yeah, but I'm saying,
these
like,
aren't just
I don't want
randoms.
them to, like, try to, like, oh, this is what we thought his vision was. I'm like, if you don't have concrete fucking evidence, don't you dare put words in his mouth. Like, how fucking dare you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I
'cause-
don't
yeah, I
envy
get what you
them
mean.
for
Because
taking this on.
obviously there was such big backlash from not just like us fans in the West, but people in Japan when Mira Sensei passed, when they were like, yeah, we might just publish these things. They're like, no, you better not fucking do it unless it's 100% legit what Mira wanted, because that's how strong people feel about Berserk over there. Like, because everyone's grown up over there with Berserk. You know, he was probably the first dark hero, or not dark hero. What do we call Batman?
Anti-hero?
Anti-hero?
He's the first anti-hero that a lot of people grew up with, right? That was just like, you feel so bad, but it's like his story is so sad, and you want so much for him, and it's like, it's hard to see something like this, and with Mira passing that, it's hard to see an ending where we would be satisfied, which is why it's better off to just like, if you have notes from him, you can do something like that, but do not put what you think is going to be his words. That's what I'm asking. Yeah. That's what everyone is asking.
Like Natai, I don't envy the job that they put themselves on. Like, I feel like there are way more ways to lose than there are to win.
I think the best we can do, because they're just people at the end of the day, I think the best we can do is just, like, you know, give them the benefit of the doubt, do what they like just, you know, just wait and see, you know? And worst case scenario, we'll always have, like, the 364 fucking chapters that Miura did that were just, like, masterpiece, you know?
In between his bouts of Idolmaster.
Fuck yeah.
Dude.
Hopefully he's in heaven just playing more Idolmaster games, you know?
I hope he's just playing a bunch of Idolmaster.
I feel like that's a really good place to stop it. Even though I do there's one more thing on Natai's list. I'm like, dude, that was so good too. Because I kind of...
Give it to me.
Hey, I said it before. We could always do a part 2 of this.
Okay. I think we should end it there because, dude, fucking R.I.P. Mira Sensei, man. Like...
Yeah.
I mean, it is a bit of a downer way to end it, but I do think it is a good way to end it. But I 100% want to do a part 2 of this discussion because I can come up with a lot more things.
Yeah, because I told you, once we start talking about it, it's going to unlock core memories and you're going to keep remembering more.
In a couple of months, we'll circle back and we'll do this again as a part 2.
Like, this is what made me, like, love anime, right? These type of things in anime, and being able to share it amongst each other. Like, this is what I miss going at cons too. Like, going to a con and then being able to, like, geek the fuck out with people. Like, I miss young little doe-eyed John who loved doing that. Then I finally realized people have shit takes on anime, and I don't want to do that anymore. But this initial feeling,
2022, let's go.
This initial feeling that I had, where it's like, because I didn't have any people to share anime hobbies with until we started this podcast. Like, I had no one in my life watched anime, that was friends with me that watched anime. Like, it was kind of just a closet thing I did on the side, right? So for me, this is
with
like,
Miku.
What? With what?
With Miku.
With Miku, yeah. Because none of my friends in real life, they watch anime, sure, but they're not, like, into it. Like, they don't... This is when I started developing, like, oh, what studio is doing it? Who's the director? Oh, man, who's the music composer? Like, this is when you start going into anime, like, actually trying to actively know about the industry, you know? And I didn't have anyone to share it with. And that's why I was just, like, these hype moments... I don't know why I had this thought. I have a lot of thoughts at, like, 3 a.m. in the fucking morning, so... then I just write it in the chat. I'm like, hey, this is a great idea, you know?
I don't know why I had this idea, but fuck, it's great.
Because, I don't know, the energy that comes along with talking about hype moments in anime and just unlocking core memories. Like I said, that it's like, dude, fucking, this is what drew everyone to anime. These type of hype moments. And I love that we can all share on this collectively together. That we remember fondly of these, like, scenes or these things that we just was like, we're all in unison, like, fucking standing up, fucking saluting, fucking pumping our fists in the air, you know, like, that's how it feels. It really, anime unites us. These hype moments unite us.
God, I love anime.
But, you know, and, you know, we're talking about One Piece, and, like, even as someone that myself who doesn't watch it or really hasn't watched it, like, as deep as Natai or John has, like, I still understand the feeling that you get when you're talking about these moments, even if I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yep.
But I like John. I think this is a great place to end this. For anyone out there that listens to this, and you know, if you want to tell us your like favorite hype moment in anime, please do so down below in the comments. I'd love to read them. In fact, we might even talk about them for part 2 of this discussion when we have it.
Oh, 100%. Like
knows?
Obviously, we barely scratched the surface of like super hype shit in anime. Like, there's so many hype moments in so many different anime. And again, the more we talk about it, the more it unlocks core memories. It was like, dude, I fucking watched that. I remember that, dude. Fucking hell yeah.
But yeah, let's definitely go ahead and end it there. Thank you all there for dropping in to listen to us. Check the description below to find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, on social media, and on Discord. Check out our merch store as well. Any purchases you make there do really, really help us out. With that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, guys.
Bye.
Chainsaw Man's gonna be so fucking
Oh,
hype.
dude,
I'm
it's
so
gonna
ready.
create so many more core memories, dude. Like,
I know, right?
I'm so fucking ready.